How's it going, team? This is the Brown Man. Today I'm going to go over the fourth and final class of Survivor for Evil Dead the game. That class be Warriors. So Warriors have more HP and they have more melee damage and that additional pink F investment in shields, which is pretty sweet, but they are less resistant to fear. This is so the demon can possess you and have a way of handling the warrior, since you're typically not going to be downed so quickly as a warrior due to your higher bulk. There are currently 4 survivors in this class rather. We have my boy Army of Darkness Ash, good boy Scotty, Henry the motherfucking Red, and Mia the monster. So let's get into it. Okay, so Mia the monster actually is not bad. She is more of a DPS warrior. So her active is uncontrollable. She activates it, she can't be possessed. She does damage, and then based off of the amount of kills she gets defeared. Her fear will gradually rise while uncontrollable goes off, and it cannot be reduced by any means while uncontrollable is active. Fear leads to anger. At the fear threshold of 20, she starts gaining damage. Maximum damage is 40. The more fear she has, the stronger she gets. Blood Rain, 10% of Mia's heavy attack damage is converted to bleed. And Weapon Master Machete. She will murder. This allows her to murder her friends when she's feared up, and she has a machete. Okay. So last word. Once again, these are certain things that people could go into. I was experimenting with different builds. I was experimenting with damage, with tank, and got interesting mixed results here. So, something that you'll notice on the warrior tree are these 3 perks. There are unique defensive perks and some unique offensive perks. So the truly unique perks are going to be these guys. So, Seasoned Survivor Basic reduces the damage from possessed basic units. Seasoned Survivor Elite reduces it for elites. And Boss reduces it for boss. So it goes from thumbs up to just straight up fuck you to the boss. This allows these perks, along with the naturally high HP pool, give warriors quite a bit of bulk. If they invest in this, rather, then that's fine. That gives them quite a bit of bulk. They have extra melee invests, such as Heavy Hitter and Blunt Force Trauma, so they can do more balance bar and a little bit more damage based off of the type of melee they do. Just like Hunters, you can invest based off of your weapon preferences. Weapons are blunt or they are sharp. So blunt would be something like the sledgehammer, sharp would be something like the lumberjack axe. Or it'll be the staff being blunt and the spear being sharp, just as an example of counterpart weapons. Blunt weapons do more balance bar damage typically, and sharp weapons do more dismemberment damage. However, some of the best things to invest in is balance bar, just because you can do finishers, and finishers they generally give you iframes or invincibility frames in which you cannot be damaged. So it all depends on what you want as a warrior. Next is my boy himself, the Duke of Shale, Henry the motherfucking Red. His active has been hit to have a 100-second cooldown, but it allows him to temporarily prevent any damage to his health or his shields. So in this moment, you can get free damage off, or you can drink a Shemps and take 2 amulets to replenish your reserves. Not bad. Or you can get a free vault or a free car escape. Shields up, you start with an additional shield bar. So he has 5 shield bars instead of 4. When fully invested at max. Rebound rebounds 30% of the damage to your shield, and only to your shield. It used to be HP and shield, now it's only shield. And Battle Hardened, you gain 10% more health. I wish they buffed the numbers. So Henry the Red is, well, my main. He's my boy. He's my boy. And his active allows him to do some incredible things. So, for example, if the fog comes in, Henry the Red can actually come in and get a revive or a resurrection in the fog, because Unstoppable does stop fog damage. They also nerfed the fog, so the fog used to ignore shield and eat your health. Now it does not ignore your shield anymore. It eats your shield and then it eats your health, so there's a couple of extra seconds and time that you have to be in the fog. Scotty is interesting. Scotty was a cool character. Then Mia came out and pretty much completely overshadowed Mia. But thanks to his prestige buff, although it's not much, they need to buff the numbers on this. I like the way they're going, but he is coming into his own as a character. So Thunder Thrust is his active ability. Without Prestige 5, it's a 30-second cooldown, 150 damage. He actually goes back, he does an animation, and then there's an explosion. It damages all enemies in the surrounding area. Pretty good AoE back off tool. Collateral damage when you do a heavy attack. Enemies within 9.8 feet get 13% of the damage that you did. So typically people would go into damage invest as Scotty. Exposure therapy, each time you get a kill, you reduce your fear by 5. And Weapon Master Lumberjack Axe, you do shit better, stronger, faster with a Lumberjack Axe. So, he's not bad, he's just another damage guy, but he's also anti-fear. Directly anti-fear. But he does not scale up with damage like Mia, so that's why Mia is typically preferred over Scotty. But you can have high in damage or kind of hybrid invest if you want. Go into maybe something like this. Full industrial strength, the tougher than hell, and then go off. And that can allow you to actually hold a point quite well, especially if you go into Fear No Evil. Along with exposure therapy, you can be able to sit on a point without being possessed and ran off. So just, think about some of the combinations that you can do. Army of Darkness Ash is someone that actually doesn't need to be explained at all. Army of Darkness Ash is Army of Darkness Ash. Wise Man's Potion is active. He drinks it. Damage increase 30%. Damage reduces incoming damage by 30%. Health restored is 250, and fear reduction is 30. This allows my boy to be quite beefy and do quite a bit more damage. Shield Blast. So whenever your shield loses a bar, it doesn't have to be a full bar. If you have only part of a shield and that just stops, Shield Blast activates, doing damage to everyone around you. Finish Strong is an interesting ability. Whenever you do a finisher, you get some shield restored, full by 40. And then once again, if you lose that 40, Shield Blast triggers. Weapon Master Chainsaw, you do everything harder, better, faster with the chainsaw. You are the best with the chainsaw out of any other Ash Williams. So he is pretty much the flagship dude of the game, and he is just a main protagonist shit. Because, well, main protagonist shit. And warriors are pretty much the simplest of classes, but something to keep in mind, and I did a video on it, and there will be a card at the end of this video. A card, a slideshow, a box, a window, into something that I do, which is put 3 into Artful Dodger. Some people will say, you only need 2, you only need 2. And I want to make it really quick basically, when you have 3 in Artful Dodger, you're allowed to have 2 dodges right off the bat without investing any pink F. And this allows you to actually free up for HP, damage, or shield investments. And speaking of investments, these would be the investments for Warrior. So Warriors have 5 in melee, the extra 20% attack speed that Arthur also had, 2 in ranged, they're really shitty in ranged, 4 in health. So it gives them plus 200 max health. Support has plus 250. Their 5th pink F is just a measly 50 extra health. The worst 5th pink F alignment in the game, if you ask me. 2 in fear. So if you want to build anti-fear to help with that, that's not bad. And 2 in stamina, they have pretty shitty stamina. And that's why I do discuss actually investing in Artful Dodger. Because, for example, 1, 2. Right off the rip, I have 2 dodges. I have 2 dodges right off the rip. I didn't invest anything. And this is pretty good because it allows me to actually say, hey, you know what I want to do? The real magic of the shield invest is at 5th pink F, where 1 amulet fills 2 shield bars. Really amazing. But of course you need 5. So if you don't want, so the faster you invest in that, the bulkier you get. Or the more you invest in that shield, the bulkier the more you invest in health, the bulkier you get. Or you want to immediately get that really good attack. So investing 3 in Artful Dodger allows you to go into melee, health, or shield fully invested faster. 1, 2, and then we're set. We actually have a little bit to run too, right? So you're gonna go 1, 2, and we have like a second or so of running, which is good, typically. And just the one tip for you guys: if you guys play on this fucking map, you're gonna want to get out of this bottom half as soon as possible. There is no safe zone here, in case somebody wants to beat your ass. Just do your thing. Just get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. ASAP. Do yourself a favor. Demons love when people are just chilling down here. See, now we have that. Now let's see if we can find an amulet. There we go. We got a sledge and we got an amulet. So take a look here, guys. So with our 5th pick F alignment, you can actually go 2 shield. Look at how beautiful that is. So that's why I go max into Artful Dodger, so I can immediately get that. So that means before they can hit my health, they gotta hit that shield. And of course the icon on the bottom means I get more health. That's all that means. And that's it. Warriors are actually a pretty simple class. They're one of the most straightforward classes in the game. You just go in and boop bad guys. You know, you're a little chonky. You can't run that well, but you have a team. The only thing that's really probably some of the most interesting thing would be how much do you invest in Artful Dodger. And something too is for example, I invest in stamina right here. 1, 2. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Another dodge. All right, so you can actually dodge quite a bit if you invest fully in Artful Dodger, but that'll be based off of your build and your personal needs. You guys be safe, stay hydrated, and of course, have a good one.